Sonya on Sonya violence mirror match.
All right, we already have the match queued up here.
Just kidding. As I say that, Cupcake switches to Johnny Cage.
So he is not comfortable with this mirror match here.
I am not either.
Really?
And I know a lot of players don't like the mirror match, and they have pocket characters, or secondary, if you will, for that specific reason. I also have a secondary. I don't like fighting the same character. I can't explain why. Obviously, you know your character inside and out, but sometimes it's just the mind games kind of mess you up.
Yeah, very true. I mean, I think that you see that in a lot of fighting games. Like a lot of, even top players with the character, they just hate the mirror match.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
Let's see
how
stunt double, which which I've heard from a lot of top players, and I myself actually kind of inclined to agree, is probably his weakest variation.
I think so.
I think A-list and fisticuffs are definitely his best variations.
Fisticuffs?
But as far as damage goes, this one is the highest, but utility, I'm not sure, but doing a great job, Cupcake, wow.
Almost a flawless.
Yeah, with the back two, or excuse me, back three, getting that anti-air. Here we go, off the imaginary branch.
It's a hologram branch.
So it's imaginary. Holograms are here.
Well, they're made of matter.
They're made of light. Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyways.
So a lot of respect for the dive kicks here. Oh. We see Crawlingshadow do this all the time, just like jump back, dive kick, dive kick.
I mean, and that's going to be a punish.
Yep.
Has to break.
Yeah, definitely.
Cupcake in a very good position, although he is a little low on life. He does have the meter advantage.
A lot of respect by Cupcake.
Excuse me,
real patiently.
He doesn't have the meter advantage.
He does not. Yeah. It's pretty close though. It's pretty close, yeah. All right, just Cupcake getting in here.
Nice bit of damage.
Yeah.
All meterless too, 30%, and that was
really odd.
Wasn't really punished that well though. Nice neutral jump.
That was a beautifully timed.
Oh
man!
Wait,
she almost got in.
Oh, he had that was the counter poke. He could have won right there, and now he's in a bad situation. Crawlingshadow is gonna.
Oh, he's
not
still
close
in.
to round out.
Man!
Wow.
Oh, he just throws it.
That was horrible for Cupcake.
It was.
Sonya did a down one, and that was a free poke for Cupcake. He didn't get it, and he lost the round because of it.
And he spent a meter on the way out.
Yeah. Horrible for Cupcake. And now he's got to fight all the way through. Crawlingshadow has a full stick of butter. He's got 3 bars a meter.
He's got her in the corner, though. Let's see his pressure, and she just jumps out for free. This is not where he wants to be right now. Let's see how good his defense is. Not looking stellar so far.
And he's getting opened up quite a bit, going low, opening up, going for the military stance cancel into the low. It's a very difficult thing to block, especially off strings that you're not used to seeing.
The neutral jump punch.
And a standing reset.
Out of the corner.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, okay.
Cupcake, I'm unfortunately just so sad that that happened. He had a free counter poke. She did a down one, and Cupcake respected it so much that he didn't get his free poke, and he lost the whole match because of it.
Yeah, he definitely had set one in the bag. And he was in chip range. I mean, I don't even think he necessarily needed to.
Sonya she did a down one. She tried to poke. He blocked it, and he just sat there not realizing what happened. Maybe because he was nervous about eating the mix-up, and then because he wasn't able to react, he ate the mix-up anyways.
And then he panicked a little bit in the corner throughout the enhanced flip kick.
And that... the rising uppercut, it just didn't do it for him. Cupcake.
Let's see if he can kind of regain composure here. So Crawlingshadow, once again, our last week's champion.
Fight.
Definitely looking rather confident.
Yep. Good, wow, good movement there.
That was exceptional. Yes.
And a lot. This is what Crawlingshadow tends to do, and
he's just all over the place.
Against a lot of players, it actually isn't going to work where he just jumps around, because someone is going to eventually punish him for that, and he's not going to do it anymore. And that was a very weak punish for an amazing block. I don't like that trait.
It's the position here.
No, but he doesn't, because now, I mean, positioning him out, he is not winning in the life department whatsoever, and Crawlingshadow's really just doing whatever he wants.
Oh, no punish off that. And again,
going for a lot of those overheads. Overhead into a low poke, overhead, low poke.
He doesn't know where to go right now.
No pain, no gain.
Right, so Cupcake, man, just having a hard time dealing with Crawlingshadow's Sonya.
Interesting. Overhead straight hard kick. And that's a punish.
There it is, finally. So brutal.
Decides to spend bar on a fireball. I'm not sure I really agree with that.
Crawlingshadow just fishing for a dive kick here.
And if he's going to be doing that at full screen, I think Cupcake needs to be a lot more active than he has been.
I mean, he does have a huge life lead right now. So, I mean, for me, I'm like, you know, go ahead and just jump around over there, buddy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. He is always on point with those X-rays.
He gets them quite often.
There we go.
I think he's 80%.
Okay, what can Cupcake do here?
Takes the 1 frame link for that. Don't do anything risky.
Just play it safe, Cupcake. Oh, right when you say that, he does something extremely risky, and it cost him the match.
And honestly, that was just really smart from Crawlingshadow. He knew, he just stood, he stayed neutral ducking, not blocking,
right now.
because that kick isn't over. It's not an overhead. It's a high.
Yeah, he could just neutral.
So you can just neutral duck,
which is what we saw.
And you can punish it with an uppercut. You can stand and whiff punish it. I mean,
right.
And Crawlingshadow, smart stuff.
Definitely.
Shadow kick just
2-0, man.
was not a good option. I mean, he could have ran in and grabbed her.
He had a lot of, or just keep backing up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, grabbing actually wouldn't have worked because you can neutral duck throws in this game. But, I mean, if Johnny Cage is running at you, I would assume that he would have tried to press block. And I think this is actually the first character we saw Cupcake play in the ESL MKX Pro League many weeks ago.
I thought we were going to have a switch here, but I really don't think that his character is the issue right now. I think he's just kind of making poor decisions.
It's kind of a combination of both. Johnny Cage, especially in stun double, doesn't have the utility that the other two variations have. He lacks it. He has the damage, but he doesn't have, you know, great buttons like in Fisticuffs. He doesn't have the cancels like in A-List. So
he's gonna hide behind that clone.
And we've seen Crawlingshadow deal with this matchup again last week when he won.
Right, exactly, against Rebello. And slides underneath. That was huge.
I'm not sure. Nice block, but no punish. And Cupcake is just staying stationary, and Sonya, it's almost like Sonya is a bee buzzing around a plant trying to get pollen. Like, he's really just not moving that much.
No, he's not, and Crawlingshadow's taking full advantage of that. Just, he's all over the place. I mean, Cupcake's trying to get an opportunity to punish, but Crawlingshadow's moving around so much that he doesn't even get an opportunity.
There we go, finally getting something started for himself in the corner. Cupcake needs to keep this pressure on, but
that is the worst thing to connect. Oh my gosh.
That was such a bad decision. Unfortunately, he was so low on health, even if that hit.
Right.
Finally gets
him in the corner here. What's good spacing by Crawlingshadow and great timing. Wow.
Runs to the corner.
Into the corner. Smart stuff.
Good decision here. Gets the combo. He's going to be able to finish it for himself.
This is match point Crawlingshadow.
And goes low. I do like the way he mixes up the lows and the overhead, though, off the military stance. He also does it with grab. Breaks. He has to. This is...
Okay, slides out of the corner.
On the verge of...
Man, he has such a huge health deficit to make up. I just don't see how he can come back from this right now.
Now he's just getting caught on wake up. This does not look good for Cupcake.
That's a start, but then he jumps into the corner.
Yeah. Trying to get some sort of pressure started, not getting enough damage here. He's got to even watch out for that X-ray. We've seen Crawlingshadow use it before. Nice block.
I mean, he's just... Oh, that's it. That's it. Well, I mean, he kind of started to mount a comeback there, but it just definitely just wasn't enough. He didn't have the life.
Was sliding way too early in some of his combo strings.
Retirement my ass.
And he was just staying very still when someone is jumping around you like Crawlingshadow was and just jumping back and forth. Just jump back, stay in the air. Don't just stay grounded. I mean, again, he was like a bird. He was a bird feeder, and birds were just all over it. Like, I'm serious. I'm not even trying to be rude, but he just wasn't moving. He was very stationary. Crawlingshadow was able to do whatever he wanted, and he did. And that one block he got was great. He went overhead, low overhead, and he didn't even punish.
Right. It's Sonya has so many options when she does that, because even when she jumps back, she can go in with a dive kick and you get a full combo. Yeah,
so I mean, I understand why you're afraid of it, but at the same time, you cannot let it dictate your movement. You also have to keep moving, even sliding. If she starts to jump forward, just slide so you get under, at least you get out of that situation or get more mid-screen so you can deal with it. it wasn't there for Cupcake today against Crawlingshadow. I mean, he's a great player. He's obviously been in the top 16 before. He's one of the top 16 seeded players. So we will see him again. And,
I mean, let's talk about his match against Deke. I don't think I've ever seen anybody block that many vortexes.
He was so on fire. Yeah, and we just saw, again, we saw a different player. That's why I'm disappointed, because Cupcake is a much better player than what he just showcased.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he showed us that last round. So again, you know, congratulations to him for making it in the top 8. Of course, Crawlingshadow is going to move on to top 4. Next match is going to be Bread versus Rebello. So we'll probably see
Ermac versus Sub-Zero. Now, this is an interesting matchup simply because I think Ermac has all the right tools to be able to deal with Sub-Zero. He has the levitate, so if Sub-Zero is trying to stay full screen and he's going to be playing that whole hide behind the clone game, it doesn't really work with Ermac. He also has a teleport to deal with that, and he has lift. So a lot of strings that Sub-Zero cancels into clone are actually mostly unsafe, except for back 4, I believe it is. So as on reaction, if you see that clone, you can actually get a free lift and punish him for it. I just think also, you know, obviously Ermac has great buttons, he has good air mobility, and all of those things are kind of a hassle for Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough because, like you said, he can't hide behind the clone, and he can't even hide in front of the clone because he has to watch out for the soul ball. So
that's correct.
Yeah, so I mean, if he wants to move out in front of the clone in order to counter the teleports, now he's got to deal with the soul ball, and we've seen time and time again